Hello! It's time for your Project Runway New Zealand Season 1, Episode 11 recap. I'm Christina Doom. Well, as you recall, Kiri took the win last time with his awesome suit. And then we had to say goodbye to Benny. And, yeah, with his, well, obviously the least popular suit. But you know what? 4 designers left. This is the last challenge before the finale. And this week, the challenge is to create a runway look that describes the look and feel of the clothing line that each designer would create in their final show. The designers reflect on how quiet it is without Benny, and Kiri obviously misses him. Judy feels like she's the weakest link. Ben says Kiri thinks he is top dog, but he isn't. Okay, well, enough of that crap. Off to find out what their brief is. Okay, Georgia brings out Benny Castle, and he gives them some advice to go towards their little sneak peek. And he says the best advice he got is he says that it was what he always remembers every time he makes a garment, that within 10 seconds, through the signature and the look of your brand, without seeing your label, someone should know that it is your design. So, keep that in mind. And he also says, think about these 3 things: cohesion, personality, and execution. Well, they have 2 days and $500 for their budget. And off they go. Fabric, etc., etc. And we see lots of thoughts being voiced. Kiri shares a bit. It's nice to see a softer side to him instead of him, just being kind of snippy. So it was nice to get a little, little bit of Kiri just to see why he has this armor around him, sort of emotionally. And then Judy, poor Judy, she's feeling doubts. Jess is Jess is Jess. She's always chatty. Ben says Judy's downfall is her lack of confidence. He also adds that he would be completely effed off if he didn't make it through. And, and she did. So, ow, that was kind of, wow. Anyway, sewing occurs, a lot of sewing, fitting, etc. Andreas comes around and gives feedback. Most everybody seems to get okay feedback. Judy, after her feedback, she has to start all over again. Oh, no. Oh, I feel so bad for Judy. Okay. So poor Judy is already going to have this whole time thing on her side. So anyway, it gets back down to more sewing, etc., etc. Next thing you know, bada boom, bada bang, Andrea says, hey, this is how much time you got. Final runway. This is it. Last challenge runway. And off to Schwarzkopf they go for their hair. And the models then off to Gigi for Maybelline makeup. Final running around for the last challenge runway, and off we go. Georgia lets us know that they were to show us a sneak peek of their future collections. Sally, Benny, and guest judge Georgia Curry, founder and designer of Georgia Alice, she is going to be helping them out to select the winner of this challenge. Host Georgia reminds us that it is an anonymous show, so remember what Benny Castle had said earlier. So as you first see the design, maybe think, who is this? Do I know who this is? I think you probably will. It's pretty obvious at this point if you've been keeping tabs. Anyway, we should know, without that info, who that designer is. And up first is Jess. That's definitely Jess. Was there any question? Nah, it's really a loud color, which is Jess, but the design is in the detail, and she managed to be able to, she managed to be able to sew it into a point where, because it was like a lot of folds, and it seemed like it might be bulky, but she was able to control it, and I'm actually impressed. She worked really hard on it, and she got it fitted to the max. And yeah, it's definitely Jess. And up next, who might this be? Well, it's Judy. Now, Judy, I've seen this sort of silhouette from Judy a bit, sort of, if we look back at some of her wins, actually, you see sort of the warrior type sort of thing with the top of her gowns. However, everyone agreed that the bottom of her gown, I think, I mean, this is my opinion here first, And everyone will, I think, later say that the bottom part, the skirt, actually is great. And it's dramatic. And, I mean, Judy is the gown queen. However, because of the time crunch, she had to rethink everything, and perhaps the details might not be as well done as she normally would do. However, there we go. But anyway, if she had more time, again, this was tight. Up next, well, who might this be? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you think? Carrie. It is so Carrie, and it is well made. So, there you go. And yeah. I mean, I could never wear this color. That is, nah. I don't know. But anyway, well, Benny Castle, he was wearing the same color, so there you go. Anyhow, up next, and we know who this is. This is Ben. Now, this is not my style as far as what I would wear, but for, I would say, the younger generation, perhaps. It's sort of his sleeve, so it's, that's so Ben, isn't it? It's definitely, it screams Ben. All right, so the models come back out. The designers tell their stories to the judges, and the judges then, of course, take a closer look at the garments. There's deliberation. They love Carrie's suit and all that. They even love the bright yellow. And for the runway, of course, the big neck thing or whatever, because it's very, it's editorial and it's great for the runway and all that kind of thing. It's just one of those things. As far as Jess, they love it. They absolutely love it to pieces. And yeah, her work is well done. It's very well done. Ben's, of course, they love Ben. They can't get enough of Ben. They just think Ben is the bee's knees. And except for the fact that the bottom hem, oh, for Pete's sake, you couldn't have turned that and just sewn a hem. But anyway, so everyone agrees that should have been resolved. But, there you go. Everybody has their issues and all that. And they say Jess wins this week. And she gets to go on to the final. So well done, Jess. All right. Who is left? Well, it's 3 people. Ben, of course, he's praised because they love Ben. And they told him he can, go ahead and leave the runway. So well done to Ben. All right. We're down to Carrie and Judy. All right. Well, Carrie, they address him. So we obviously know that he is going to stay. And so we have to say goodbye to Judy. And let me just say, Judy has done wonderfully. She has won her share of competitions. And Judy could design for Hollywood red carpets now. And I think she's going to go absolutely as far as she wants to take it. And for being self-taught, she is. It just goes to show you that hard work can really get you far. So, next week, it's the big finale. We see the final 3 designs. Yeah, it's not as big as, Project Runway in America and all that, but this is New Zealand, remember? So, I'm looking forward to seeing just what this runway show entails for the finale. Well, until next time, everybody, have a great one, and take care.